Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to episode 83 of In Focus Friday. Now, last week we had a look at the absolutely awesome Perth Mint Dragon Bar. Really is a phenomenal piece, and we got to compare the 1 ounce silver versus the 1 ounce gold, and I tell you, the 1 ounce gold is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much to the forum member who allowed me to surreptitiously borrow that 1 ounce gold bar to have a look at in Focus Friday. It was probably one of the most popular In Focus Friday episodes we've done in recent times, so if you haven't checked it out yet, you know where the link is. It's down in the description below. Go and check it out. Well worth a look. Now, this week we're going to be having a look at the Maria Theresa. This won the vote a couple of weeks ago, but was interrupted by that Perth Mint Dragon Bar. Now, there will be a vote at the end of this episode with 3 brand new coins, fresh from the giant ridiculous unboxing that I did a couple of weeks ago. So make sure you stick around to the end of the episode and cast your vote for what you'd like to see next time. Now, this coin, this Maria Theresa, is a very cool looking coin indeed, and it's got a lot of history behind it. Lots to learn today about this old school looking coin. Now, you might be looking at it going 1780 Backyard Bullion. That's a very old coin indeed, and what great condition it's in. Well, it's a restrike. It is not an original 1780. Those are pretty scarce, and there are hundreds of millions of these restrikes that have been made across history. So it's a modern restrike. This one's probably pretty modern, to be honest. It's probably not one of the older ones. You can still see a bunch of luster on it. It looks really cool. The detail is absolutely amazing. Looks like it hasn't seen any circulation whatsoever. Now, this particular coin has a little bit of a history towards it, because the way that I came about owning this coin is quite interesting. It's something I shared all the way back when I got started here on YouTube. But basically, I bought this coin as a lot of coins from eBay, which were advertised specifically as fake coins, and it was like $3.99 for 4 coins, so £1 a coin basically. And I wanted to buy those coins because I wanted to educate myself about what fake silver coins looked like, so that I could compare real silver coins. This is when I started collecting kind of bullion version coins, and I didn't really know too much about them. So I wanted to kind of get some comparison coins to have a look at so that I could learn. Now, this was one of the coins that came in that lot, and I looked at it and I thought, well, yeah, look, maybe it is fake. It, it doesn't look. It looks too good, and it's something maybe that a lot of brand new stackers might get confused with as well. Brand new coin collectors, 1780 coin that looks this good has to be fake. But when I did a little bit more closer inspection, I could feel that something looked a bit different, or felt a bit different, with the way that the heat came out of my hands, certainly if compared with the other coins. And I got like my little neodymium magnet out and did a test, and it slides down very slowly. It doesn't stick to it, and it slides down like it's silver. So I did a specific gravity test on it, and it is most certainly silver. It is real silver. So the person who sold this as a fake coin was in fact selling 0.75 of an ounce of silver, because that is what this coin contains. So brand new, they contain 28 grams of silver. They are 83.3% silver and 16.6% copper. So it's an alloy of silver, but overall it works out to be a 0.75 ounce coin. It is 2.5 millimeters thick, and it's like 39 to 41 millimeters in diameter. So they do vary a little bit depending on what year they were made and whether or not they're a restrike or not. But very, very cool coin indeed. And I was dead chuffed to have that as a kind of freebie, basically. I paid £1 essentially for this coin. But, it's something that's quite special because it was pretty early on, and it was my first kind of big steal, so to speak, from eBay. So very happy with it indeed. Now, of course, doing a bit of research on Maria Theresa for this episode of In Focus Friday, it's been quite fascinating. There is a lot of history around Maria Theresa and stuff that I didn't know, and I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of the history which I'm about to share with you guys. So the Thaler, this is a Thaler, or Thaler as it may have been called. And the Thaler, or Thaler, was the unit of currency for the Austrian Empire. There was other countries in there as well as Austria. I think there was Hungary, Bohemia, and various other little countries at the time. But this was the coin of choice, and Maria Theresa herself was the daughter of Emperor Charles IV, and she became his heir. Now, he was very, very keen on guaranteeing the female succession, and sadly, it wasn't quite sort of embraced by the country that she kind of, looked to rule. However, she was kind of empress. She was basically empress. She married a very wealthy businessman. He became emperor, but she basically ruled. And then when her husband died, who was Francis Stephen Lorraine, I believe his name was, then their son, one of 16 children she had, crikey, became co-emperor, co-regent basically, with his mother, Maria Theresa, who we have here. And this particular coin was minted all the way from 1740, I believe, or around that time, until 1780. Now this was a very commonly used coin in the region, and also it kind of grew and spread out to the Middle East. And after 1780, when this particular coin was, theoretically supposed to go out of production because Maria Theresa had passed away, it was deemed that this coin, in its kind of 1780 form, would be forever frozen and used again and again in the future. And it was. And it was a very, very common form of currency in the Middle East because there were so many different fakes out there. It was kind of like the US dollar of the region at the time. You could even still find some of these in circulation as a kind of trade and barter item in the Middle East in some bazaars. So I have read. I don't know how true that is. But yeah, so it's really interesting to kind of know that this coin was in such demand. It was very well made, as you can see, and they were used throughout the sort of 1700s, 1800s, and 1900s even in the sort of Middle East as that unit of currency. It even spread out to North Africa, to Somalia, to even Kenya down in sort of Middle Africa as well. And it was very, very popular, which is, I think, a really interesting thing. Something like that can spread. It's obviously from kind of a Christian kind of country and Christian kind of ethos country, but at the same time, it's pan-global at that time in history. It's used in Muslim countries, in further into Asia as well, and it's really very interesting to sort of have a think about all of the history that goes along with that. Now, I haven't really spoken about the design of it. It's really, really pretty. I think it looks great. The eagle kind of look and feel to that crest is great. You've got the eagle kind of hiding behind the crest with its wings, its claws outstretched. You almost miss it. It almost, if you don't see the eagle's head there, you don't necessarily know it is. You've got the emperor's crown at the top there, which looks really cool. And then obviously on the back, you've got Maria Theresa herself, not looking too shabby considering she's had 16 children. Gosh bless her. She must have been pregnant for basically, close to 15 years solid, which must have been absolutely nightmarish. But anyway, there she is in all her glory, looking pretty good. What I like about this as well is it's got some edge lettering as well. Very cool looking edge lettering indeed. So all in all, really very cool coin. Very interesting to learn about Maria Theresa. Also very interesting for me because it's something which I picked up basically for free for £1. Very happy with it indeed, and a bit of free silver, you can't say no to that. So there we go. Do let me know your thoughts on the Maria Thaler. It's something which I would love to get more of. They're not that common when they come up, but when they do come up, they often are pretty cheap bullion. So if you can find them for a cheap price, they're a fun coin to collect. They're nice size as well, which is the important thing. They're very thin, so they do have a great kind of size and feel and look to them, which is, I think, really important when you're collecting anything. Certainly as kind of an investment or as just an enthusiasm. I think if you enjoy what you collect, that's the most important thing. So there we go. Do let me know if you have some, if you have any with a bit of story about them like this. Let me know if you've picked up any. Because you've watched this episode, I do like it when I hear stories of people taking up coins because they've seen them on In Focus Friday. But anyway, there we go. That is the Maria Thaler. Now for next week, we have 3 completely brand new coins to have a look at and talk about. The first is the Emu. So if you would like to see the Perth Mint Emu in a bit more detail and hear my thoughts on that as a coin and some of the particular controversies which are sort of shrouding that emu at the moment. The next one is a Kingdom of Bhutan Year of the Dog coin, and it's one which I picked up because I thought it looked pretty. I thought it looked really quite cool. And then the last one is the 2018 Anniversary Somalian Elephant, which looks really cool as well. So some very difficult choices for you guys out there at the moment. If you would like to see the emu, the Kingdom of Bhutan Year of the Dog, or the Somalian Elephant, please do comment in this video. Every vote counts. We've had some very close votes in previous times, and I have a suspicion that this week will be a pretty close vote because they all look pretty damn cool indeed. Otherwise, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please put a thumbs up on it and share it around on your social media. If you would like to see more episodes of In Focus Friday, I do have 82 more episodes in a playlist. Go and check them out. The link's down in the description below. And also, if you'd like to see future episodes, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the alarm bell to get notifications when I upload future episodes. Otherwise, that's all I have to say today. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend ahead. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.